Hello guys, welcome back to Codin. So guys, I hope you all are taking care of yourself and having a lovely time and enjoying the videos that whatever I am posting. So in today's video, I am going to discuss about the data structure that is arrays. In which arrays we are having different kinds of operation that we can perform on an array. In today's video, I am going to tell you about searching in an array, which we have two searches, that is linear search and binary search, which we are going to learn each and everything in detail, that how does both the searches work and what is the purpose of searching. So guys, if you're new to my channel, please do like it, share it and subscribe to my channel. I've already posted some content on C, HTML, Java, Python, CSS and some summary videos and also some motivational videos, so that it helps you out in understanding the concepts and how you can deal with your study and other things. So guys, if you like the content that I post, please do like it, share it and also subscribe to my channel, and do share it as much as possible so that each and everyone gets to know the things and they can understand it better. So I'm going to post more videos also, and also do let me know in the comments whatever you want. So let's get started with the video without wasting any time. Let us talk about what do we mean by array and what is the functionalities and what are the operation that we are basically going to perform an array. So as we all know that array is of two types, that is one is one dimensional array, two dimensional array. These all things I have already explained in my previous videos about explaining about arrays, so you can check that out. In this lesson, I'm just going to focus basically upon the data structure, that how we can perform with arrays. So now, as we know that arrays are stored at a contiguous memory location, means where they will having a same data type and the data will be stored contiguously like 1, 2, 3, so on. And the first address of the array element, that is the index number, start from 0. Now whenever I'm talking about the address of the element, so calculating the address of the element, it starts with the base address plus the size of the array elements remain same because we are declaring the size of an array element as same data type, so the size will remain same. Then we use the I, that is whatever base we have given, the subscript that we have given, whatever the size of the array, minus the lower bound of the array, that is the L. So that is the way through which we calculate the address. Now based upon this address only, we perform some searching, some insertion and sorting, and these all other things. So now I'm going to explain you that how do we perform searching and what type of searching that are available in array. So when I talk about array, I have two types of searching. So the number one type of searching is linear search and the number two type of searching is binary search. So whenever I'm talking about a linear search, when we talk about linear search, in linear search each and every element of the array is composed with this given item to be searched for. Means whenever I'm talking about a linear search, it means it will check each and every number one by one. Suppose say there are some specific numbers like say 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in your series, and you just want to search a number say 8. So now in linear search what it will happen, first of all it will check with 2, then with 4, then with 5, then with 6 and so on. Whatever the numbers are available, it will going to check line by line. So this is the form of linear search, like in which we are checking one by one each and every number, that is the form of linear search. As you can see on the function also, or you can see in the image that I've given some numbers over here, and this is the address of that specific number. So I need to find 20. So what you can see, first of all is checking the each and every address, that is 10, 50, and then as soon as it is get 20, so it will get me the desired output that the number is present at this specific position. All clear that how do we work with linear search. So for that we are going to make a program. So here you can see I have taken a function that is lsearch, in which I have given three parameters, that is an array, then I have given the size of the array, then I have passed the item, that whatever item I want to search. Now this you can understand with the help of an algorithm also. I am side by side going to explain you the algorithm part also. So first of all in this what we take a for loop in which we are going to move it to the array based upon like say I equals to 0, then I less than size, then incrementing the value of I. So now what we are going to perform, we are just going to perform a linear search. So here you can see that if array I is equals to item, means as soon as the index encounters the specific item that I have entered, it will return me that particular item. Suppose say it will return me I in that case. If it does not find the item, it will return me return -1. Now as you can see on the side right hand side of the screen, you can see that I have written CTR equals to L. So means this is the algorithm that I am going to explain. CTR equals to L means lower bound is 0, means the L value will be lower bound. Then I have given a step that is CTR is greater than 0, that is the upper bound, means it needs to keep on checking until the upper bound it reaches. Then it has step sum, that is if CTR equals to item and the search is successful, and then it will give me the location. Else CTR equals to CTR plus 1, that is means incrementing that particular value. Then if the CTR is greater than 0, then it will print unsuccessful. Means as soon as we'll encounter the item, it will print me that the value whatever it is search is successful. If it does not encounter the value, it will print me that the search is unsuccessful. So this is the basic algorithm you need to first of all understand, that what is CTR we are taking as, what we are taking as L, what we are taking as U, that is the lower and the upper bound. Now the same thing we have done in the main function. First of all, what we have done, we have entered the desired array size. For the enter desired array size, we have given an variable over here as n. Then we are going to enter the array elements. We all know whenever we want to enter array elements, we always define a loop. With that way, we have encountered cin and we are entering that specific data. Then we have written cout enter element you want to search. Suppose say I want to search any element in the array, let's say any number. So I have taken that as item. Now I have taken an index variable in which I am passing the L search function, that is I have to pass in it the three argument, that is the array, then I have to pass the n, that is the size of the array, then item, whichever item I want to search. So it is going again that the algorithm I have explained you, that if index equals to -1, sorry element not found, and if case the index is not equals to -1 or it is not equal to that particular condition, so then the content that will be displayed to me, that the element is found and the element is found at this particular position, and we will be receiving that desired output. Now we can say that we first of all we have written the index. So the index will be, suppose say the position of index is first 1. So now we need to get the position. We have index in the memory as 0, 1, 2, 3, but when I want to get the exact position, so I am going to add 1 into it. So that way it will show me the index next position, that is the specific position. So now whenever I'm going to run this code, what it will happen, it will first of all ask me enter the desired size. So I've given it as 5. Enter array elements. So I've written 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and so on. So whenever I am going to search a specific element, suppose say I want to search 40, so it will tell me that element found at position 3, and kind of searching that is available with the help of arrays, the binary search. So whenever I'm talking about the binary search, in what is the difference between the binary search and a linear search? The basic difference is that whenever I want to perform operation in binary search, the array needs to be in a sorted order. The array can either be in a descending order or it can be in a ascending order. That is your choice, whichever you want to maintain the order of that particular array. Now whenever I want to search any item in the binary search, the item will be divided with the mid value. Means some values will be at the back of the array and some will be at the front of the array. Means a middle value will be treated, it will check beyond the array first of all and after that array first of all. For that we are going to take some variables, the beginning, the last and so on. So let us understand this with the help of a binary search. On the screen also that you have a example showing you that how does a binary search actually work. So here you can see I want to search 23 item. So what you can see that first of all I have searched that 23 item I want to search. Then what it will take, it will first of all middle the value. Now what is that, it has taken mid value as 16. Then it's going to check whether the other part of the value is having more number than 23 or less number than 23. Then it's going to find me the value. Now how this all the operation is been working, we are going to understand with the help of a program. Well, we were having some beginning, L, middle and so on some things. So now what is we going to define in the int binary search. So now you can see I have taken a int b search in which I have passed the three things, that is the array, size and the item. Then I have taken three variables, that is beg for beginning, lst last for last one, mid mid for the middle one. So I have taken the beginning value equals to 0 and the last value equals to the size minus 1. Now I want to check this thing until and unless the beginning value is less than equals to last. Till that time I am going to check this particular condition. Now what is going to perform when I am going to check this thing? Now what we are going to perform as per the algorithm. Now whenever this statement is to be checked, what we have to do, we have to check that mid is equals to beginning plus last divided by 2. Means we know that whatever the last value and whatever the first value, when we add that and divide it by 2, we can get the mid value. Now if it will check that if the item is equals to that particular mid value, so it will return me mid. If the item is not equal to that mid value, it will add mid plus 1. If it is less than, then it will add mid minus 1. Now how the algorithm works. So for that algorithm, you can see on the right hand side that set beginning equals to we have taken L and last equals to we have taken U. Now we are going to maintain this functionality, or we can say as condition beginning is greater than last, and it will keep on moving the step mid equals to int, and it will check the mid value based upon beginning plus last divided by 2. Then it is going to check if a mid equals to item, then the search is successful and return that item. In case it is not unsuccessful, so it will check that mid is less than item, then beginning equals to mid plus 1. Then it will check that if mid is greater than item, then it will give me less last equals to mid minus 1. If beginning equals to last, it will print that unsuccessful search, that it is not present here. Same we are performing in the function also. If item, then return mid. As we are going to add beginning equals to mid plus 1 means 0 plus 1, and so on we are going to increment it. Then it is going to check mid minus 1 means we are going to decrease it. Now we are going to perform the same functionality that we have performed in the previous program, like entering the array size and entering the desired array. Then we are going to enter that particular item that we want to search in that array. Then after that, when we have entered that particular item in that search, we are just going to call that specific array into our index variable. So as you can see, we have performed over here enter element to be searched. Then I have called that array, that is int equals to be search, in which I have passed all the three arguments: array, size, and the item that I want to search. If index equals to minus 1, so it is counting me the statement that sorry could not found, else it is presenting me that element found at this particular index. As you can see on the screen also, the syntax of the program or the thing that has worked, it is worked in this format. So when we are going to run this, it is first of all asking me the entered array size. So first of all, I have entered the array size as 7. Then I have given the values as 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. You need to keep in mind, whenever you are entering anything in a binary search, you either need to make it in ascending order or you need to make it in a descending order. I hope you must be clear about the different types of searching that are available in arrays, and how we can perform linear search and how we can perform binary search, and what is the basic difference between linear search and binary search. You can also check out the algorithm in it, and also check the program of binary search and linear search. So guys, if you like the content that I post, please do like it, share it, and also subscribe to my channel. And also do let me know in the comment section what is your feedback regarding the video and what other content that you want. So stay tuned, keep smiling, and see you in the next video.